Aim is one of the core elements of OS, and it's a skill that players spend years practicing and refining. But there's one person who stands out from the rest for having aim that may be the most pleasing and unbelievable of any player. Mugio3 is a Japanese player who's been around for quite a while, and his plays are some of the most instantly recognizable due to their uncanny aim. His plays almost seem robotic, as he manages to flow between every note, follow every slider body, and rest his cursor near the screen's center during breaks. Mugio3 joined the game in 2010 and trained until he started setting many extremely high accuracy scores that would make him a top player only a few years after starting. As one of the best accuracy players of the time, he spent a long period in the global top 50 ranking where there were many eyes on him in his pristine playstyle. He would continue to pump out plays until late 2015, where he's remained relatively inactive since then, sometimes coming back and setting a few scores before leaving. It's mesmerizing watching the cursor move so seemingly perfectly to each note on the screen and tapping with such high accuracy as well, especially considering that many of Mugio3's plays are on old and awkward maps that normally trip up players with their challenging aim and sometimes strange rhythm. On top of that, remember that the man is an accuracy god and would regularly SS or get a few 100s on some of the hardest maps around. As many have pointed out over the years, the snappy yet flowy style bears a strong resemblance to watching a map being played through with auto. That's exactly why videos of his plays have made the rounds over the years, and his aim has been talked about in almost a mythical fashion in the OS community. Some have even gone as far as accusing Mugio3 of cheating simply because his aim is so incredibly smooth and precise. So what is the secret to the satisfying aim of Mugio3? Well, his magical ability can be explained by a few different things. First, old replays used to be recorded at 30Hz instead of today's 60Hz, which you can see when watching replays set before 2014. The halved sample rate would lead to smoother looking aim since it was effectively capturing half of the fine detail of the movement. There are some replays from this time period that are glitched and show mistakes that didn't happen simply because the action was between recorded frames, which is what led to this change in the first place. Second, his behaviors that seem to mirror auto, like placing his cursor in the center of the screen during breaks, aren't very abnormal. Many players have a spot on the screen where they rest their cursor for breaks, and the neutral position of the center makes the most sense. Another very obvious thing here is that his cursor doesn't always stay in the center, and his spinning is very obviously human just from looking at it. And third, obviously, he just has very good aim. The 30Hz recording rate can only get you so far. The biggest reason by far for Mugio3's amazing aim is simply that he has a very stable and precise style that took years to develop. His replays from 2015 and beyond show the minor imperfections that weren't visible in old replays, but also that his control over his cursor is still very refined. All of this came together and culminated in some of the cleanest looking aim in the whole game. I encourage you to seek out some videos or watch his plays in game just to understand for yourself how cool his aim really is. Nowadays, you can find Mugio3 playing Street Fighter V and tweeting, but not really touching OS at all. Luckily, his legacy lives on as a legendary precision and accuracy player with some of the most pristine and pleasing aim ever seen. And that's the story of the player whose robotic playstyle is so interesting that it's baffled and amazed players for more than half a decade.